variety and number of tasks and stimuli, and then during rest. Since the exciting beginnings of fMRI, the field has grown in different ways. The acquisition and processing methods have become more sophisticated, standardized, and robust. The applications have moved from group comparisons where blobs were compared, simple cartography, to the machine learning analysis of massive data sets that are able to draw out subtle individual differences in connectivity between individuals. In the end, it's still cartography because we are far from looking at neuronal activity directly, but we are getting much better at gleaning ever more subtle and useful information from the details of the spatial and temporal patterns of the signal change. While things are getting more standardized and stable on one level, elsewhere there is a growing amount of innovation and creativity, especially in the realm of post-processing. The field is just starting to tap into the fields of machine learning, network science, and big data processing. The perspective I bring to this book is similar to that of many who have been on the front lines of fMRI methodology research, testing new processing approaches and new pulse sequences, tweaking something here or there, trying to quantify the information and minimize the noise and variability, attempting to squeeze every last bit of interesting information from the time series, and still working to get rid of those large vessel effects. This book reflects my perspective of fMRI as a physicist and neuroscientist who is constantly thinking about how to make fMRI better, easier, more informative, and more powerful. I attempt to cover all the essential details fully, but without getting bogged down in jargon and complex concepts. I talk about trade-offs, those between resolution and time and sensitivity, between field strength and image quality, between specificity and ease of use. I also dwell a bit on the major milestones, the start of resting state fMRI, the use and development of event-related fMRI, the ability to image columns and layers, the emergence of functional connectivity imaging and machine learning approaches, as reflecting on these is informative and entertaining. As a first-hand participant and witness to the emergence of these milestones, I aim to provide a nuanced historical context to match the science. A major part of fMRI is the challenge to activate the brain in just the right way so that functional information can be extracted by the appropriate processing approach against the backdrop of many imperfectly known sources of variability. My favorite papers are those with clever paradigm designs tailored to novel processing approaches that result in exciting findings that open up vistas of possibilities. Chapter 6 covers paradigm designs, and I keep the content at a general level. After learning the basics of scanning and acquisition, learning the art of paradigm design is a fundamental part of doing fMRI well. Chapter 7 on fMRI processing ties in with Chapter 6 and again is kept at a general level in order to provide perspective and appreciation without going into too much detail. Chapter 8 presents an overview of the controversies and challenges that have faced the field as it has advanced. I outlined 26 of them, but there are many more. Functional MRI has had its share of misunderstandings, non-reproducible findings, and false starts. Many are not fully resolved. As someone who has dealt with all of these situations firsthand, I believe that they mark how the field progresses, one challenge, one controversy at a time. Someone makes a claim that catalyzes subsequent research, which then either confirms, advances, or nullifies it. This is a healthy process in such a dynamic research climate, helping to focus on the field. This book took me 2 years longer to write than I originally